And welcome back to the channel. This is your host Setup. We're doing another project, GTI. I know you guys don't like it, but oh well, I like it. Therefore, I'm installing the little clip-on things that go on the side for the, with the molding, GTI molding on the side. And I noticed that somebody had already done this, and they installed clipper doodles. I call them clipper doodles because they clip on. And but it should take snapper-doodles. Snapper-doodles. It basically has a grommet that goes into the body panel. Maybe, the door, the quarter panel, the fender. That little rubber thing goes in, and then that thing just snaps into it from here. But somebody replaced it with clipper doodles instead of snapper doodles. I don't know if the terminology is correct. I'm just making this up as I go along, okay? But I noticed that one of my moldings is damaged. Somebody actually had the gall of using a screw to, bolt it on, because this one broke from right here. And that's what they did. They used the freaking screw. That's so freaking tacky. I've been there, done that. Anyways. Yeah, but I didn't do this. I didn't do it this time. I didn't do it. And at this point, I just want the car to look decent. So I'm going to go ahead and paint it with the Smart Trim Black. It says, for professional use only. Oh, I guess I can't use this anymore. I'm not a professional. Okay, I'm going to go use some duplicolor kind. Just kidding. Anyways, yeah, we're going to use that, and we're going to scuff these up a little bit, and then I'm going to shoot them. And I'm going to have to cover up the GTI emblem because I don't want to paint that. And we'll see how that looks on the GTI. Yeah, I got it up. Got it uncovered. And man, that thing is so dirty. It's been under there for maybe a year. So since the last time we did pulls on this thing. So 6 months? Something like that. But I haven't brought it back because I haven't worked on the muffler either. I haven't gotten my little donuts for the hangers on the muffler. So, and there's a lot of things that I want to fix on this. Like, look. Oh, somebody did that. Somebody did that. Okay. Look it. Somebody did another hole right there. So all those holes have actually been repaired. I actually repaired them when I was painting the car. So those holes are not there anymore. They've been covered up by Bondo. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some epoxy or JB Weld. JB Weld. I'll use JB Weld. And we're going to cover these up so that it kind of looks like it's like this. You can't tell, but they actually did that right here also. So I'm going to do that. We're going to make it look decent. I'm going to put the grommets on these big holes. Hole. And then we'll snap it all on once it's paint is dry. Would you look at that? They actually just clip off. Check it out. So I don't have to cover those up. I'm going to go ahead and paint these right now and see how they turn out. Okay, so what I discovered is you can't install this with this black thing on here. It will not clip on. You'll be trying and you're not going to get anywhere. So you have to separate them, which is not easy. And you put it like that. You grab a screwdriver, this one. You push it in until it snaps. There you go. Did you hear that snap? Okay, that's one. And you got to do that to all of them. That's the fun part. There we go. That's two. So on and so forth. And we're going to put this back on. That's it. It's just a clip on, so is it in? It is in. Alright, so I'm going to put these on this other side. I don't want to scratch these. Yeah. They just slide on. Like that. See? They slide on. Right there. So on and so on and so forth. So I'm going to go put these on, and we're going to clip them on the door panel. Alright, just popped that one in. I made sure that all my little clipper doodles line up to the holes. I don't know if you can see that. Okay. They all line up. Every single one of them. So, I'm just going to press on. Right there, there's one right there. Right here. There it is. That one snapped. That one snapped. That one snapped. That one snapped. Last one. There you go. That one snapped. All right. Look at that. Look at that. And what I like about this is that the lines right here, the mating lines, they're perfectly sealed. Before, these used to be like, you know, not straight because it was using clipper doodles instead of the original equipment. So now it's perfectly perfect. Perfectly perfect. All right, let's put the last one on. Ah, check it out. It had an original one of these. Of course, they're a little different. See, that one's thinner. See, they're a little different. But it is a snapperdoodle. So, yeah, whatever. Okay, so I made a little bit of JB weld, and I added it to that little hole. Alright, you could barely tell there was a hole there. So, that's pretty good. Check it out. Check this out. Hole, basically invisible. Another one down there, invisible. Somewhat visible, but we're gonna hit it with some trim paint also. Same thing right there. There's another one down there. Gone. And these are basically invisible now. See? There's nothing there. I mean, you can barely tell there was holes there. So, this is how it's looking now. Trim, pretty damn good. So, I'm gonna probably hit all the other trim just to get it nice and black. And hit the bottom one. I've never hit that one before. That one's actually brand new. And then a few months later, that happened. And we're still fixing all the damage from that. That was the suspension, all that crap. So how difficult is it to remove one of these from this? Extremely difficult. Whoever did this probably did this so they would ensure that you would get the little plastic thing that snaps onto your door, and then a little snap-a-doodle that snaps into that. They probably did it so that, you know, you make sure you get all of them, but man, you need like a special tool, something that will go like in and then separates them, like poof. And I don't have anything. I've tried needle nose, I've tried screwdriver, and screwdriver seems to be the best. So what I did is, there's a steel ridge that goes right here. I covered up with the duct tape so it looks like shit. That's so that my doors don't hit the steel here, because this is steel. It'll scratch up the paint. That's why there's ugly duct tape right there. So that's what I'm doing right here. Come on. So I'm doing this. It helps me stabilize it. And then as much as I can like that, and then it didn't work. It's not easy, and this is painful. Just getting my finger in there and trying it from the bottom. Oh. That's one. Jesus Christ. Whew. That's two. I still have to do all these. So I just wanted to show you that. Ouch.
Whew. Finally. Yeah, I got them all. That's black paint. I got black paint all over, so I just look like shit. My hands look like shit. Anyways, those are all the clipper doodles, and these are the snap-a-doodles. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and put these on the door and the fender. I already put the back trim on the quarter panel of the rear tire on the driver's side, so I'm gonna put these remaining ones on, and I am done. Okay, this one's a little scratch. I'm tempted to paint it. I got some red paint that kind of matches this color, but I'm thinking it's gonna look like crap, so I'm not gonna go there. So I'm just gonna leave it. You know, battle scars. I'll snap it back on. All right, we're good. I'm gonna put all the snapper doodles. Okay, now she's done. You got that on. We got that on. All right. She's looking beautiful. Alright. Now we just wait for all the other parts. I'm waiting. Oh God, I'm replacing everything. I've already ordered the slotted cross trail rotors for the rear, and all the brake hoses, because all the brake hoses on this car are rotted. They're not safe anymore. Okay, they're what, like 30 something years old. They're not safe. So I'm replacing all of them. The front ones, the one in the middle that goes in the back, and then the two caliper ones, little tiny hoses. Replacing all those. And let's see, got my bearings for those rotors, and I've got all the rubber hanger thingy for the exhausts, and I've got more other stuff. I just can't remember exactly what the hell. I ordered a gazillion parts for this thing. Oh, front motor mount, the center one, the front right underneath the radiator, that one's blown. That's why when I shift gears, it goes pow, pow. But I knew it was broken. So, but I'm replacing it with a non-hydraulic. It usually takes a hydraulic one right there, and those are garbage for GTIs. So I'm replacing it with a solid one. Okay, that's made just out of rubber, no hydraulic fluids or anything like that. So I hear there's no difference in vibration, so we're going with that. And I think that's it. Just got to replace my wipers in the front because they're falling apart. And rear tires. And oh yeah, I got some parts for the interior, for the seats. The rails on the seat, they take like these little plastics. They're about yay big, and they go on the bottom of the seat on the for the what do you call them, for the Recaros, and it takes two per side per seat, and one of them's missing, so one of the seats goes kong 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 sideways, you know. So I got those, and I got more stuff. I just can't remember. Anyways, but a lot of shit coming this way. Now, when it comes to the Beetles, we're actually working on this. We're going to be working on this Blue Bug, the 2234 single carburetor. 121 ponies, okay? That carburetor puts out. But we're going to upgrade to the 39 pick. It's basically identical to this carburetor, which is a 34 pick. We're going to the 39, which means bigger, everything's bigger, okay? So this runner is going to get replaced with a bigger runner. This is 34 millimeters on the inside. So it's made for this carburetor, 34, right? So we're getting a 39, so this needs to be at least 39. And this is 32 on the inside. So we need to upgrade this to at least 35 or 36 on the inside diameter to get the flow. And we should be able to get about 140 ponies. 140 ponies, dear God. That is a lot of ponies. So here's my prototype so far for the intake runner. The you know, where it bolts up to the intake manifold. It's going to be right here, the carburetor. So right now, see, this one is pretty close. It's 3854, almost 39. So this will work pretty good for the flange. And this actually is the one that I ordered. This is 1.5 inches, and it equals 35 and something, like 35.5 on the inside millimeters. Not in the middle. It's 35, okay? So basically, we're going from 32 to 35 on the inner diameter, which is a huge improvement, okay, on the airflow for that car, for the blue car. And it's basically going to go like this. See? You guys just need to use your imagination on this. Like, yay, right? Carburetor's going to be up there. And, yeah, something like that. Okay. This is, I know it's rusty, I get it, you know, it's just a prototype. I needed a bend right here, right? And this is mandrel bent, so there's no kinks. So it's like, I can live with the rust. I'll just, you know, what do you call it? Use a sanding wheel, and we'll paint it gray, and it'll look nice and putty. And I went ahead and ordered 2 feet of this. That should be enough to make the intake. Yeah. Okay. Oh, before I go away. If you guys are working, if one of you is working on this thing, here's the information. You could get this from the Autobahn 88. That's a website, and those are the part numbers. You should be able to find it on the website or eBay. Okay, you should be able to find it on eBay also. So these are original crap. Okay, these are original. These are not chingaderas. Okay, snap. These are not these chingaderas. These are chingadera. Well, not that one. That one's original. But this is a chingadera. Okay? Chingadera. Don't get these chingaderas. Get the original for your side moldings, and you'll be a lot happier. Okay, moving on. I am out of here. Adios, muchachos. Adios, muchachas.